What is success? How do you define success? Do you have it and not know it? We're going to dig a little bit into these questions and a few more things about what success is and what success isn't right after this.
Welcome to your Success DNA podcast, the go-to resource for entrepreneurs, business owners, and professionals who are ready to level up their lives. Your Success DNA podcast. You're ready to be inspired, motivated, and empowered to create the life that you truly want. We will be sharing tips, tricks, and mindset shifts that you need to achieve your wildest dreams. Your wildest dreams. Remember, your success is in your DNA.
What is up? What is up? What is up, my Success DNA family? You know, it's been a while since I've sat down and done a couple of episodes of this show, and thank you for sticking around. And if you're brand new, thank you for checking us out. I say it's been a while. I know I just dropped episode number 1. I'm calling episode number 1 after we sat this podcast down for a while. And in that episode number 1, I kind of explained what happened. And if you'd like to know why it happened, why I disappeared on you, go check that out. But what I want to chat about with you today is what is success. You know, most people think of success in relation to business and financial wealth, all those things. But here's what I would propose to you, and hopefully you'll chime in with me. I'm happy to hear if you don't. What I propose to you is that you aren't successful unless success permeates every single spoke in your life. Spoke? What the hell do you mean by spoke, Tracy? Well, imagine your life is a wheel, right? And the wheel keeps turning, right? And obviously, for a wheel to turn, it needs spokes. And I think there are 7, there may be more, but we're gonna stick with 7. Lucky number 7 here. There are 7 spokes in your life, and they are career, and that career could be corporate career, entrepreneurship career, whatever it is, right? Your career, your family, your finances, your personal life, your mental state, your physical state, and your spiritual state. Because you must achieve some degree of success in each and every one of these areas before you can experience the true satisfaction of what it is I will call genuine success. And this is what I want to chat about with from now on. And I chat a bit about it in all the older episodes as well. This success DNA, it's in your DNA, as the new music tells you. So let's ask the question right now. What is success? Now, success is many things to many people, and here are a few signs of success. Success can be, closing the door to your office, your cubicle at the end of the day, with a smile on your face and contentment stretching, just feeling all inside you. It's knowing that you did a damn good job today with whoever you interacted with, and maybe who you ever interacted with was just the spreadsheet, right? And you walked away with a positive experience. That, my friend, is success. And the reason I put it like that is because that means you could be the guy or gal at the drive-through of a fast food joint. And if you could leave, hang up your apron, hang up your hat, put your name tag away, and walk away with a smile on your face, knowing that you did a good job today, that is success. Success is looking forward to getting home and seeing the people or the animals that you love. It's being mentally and emotionally free to share yourself with them and to be honestly interested in them. Success, my friend, is being loved by the people you love. I say it like that because how many times have we seen someone that's so deeply in love with someone that could give a rat's bahootie about them? That's not success. Success is sitting down to pay your bills and knowing that you've got a few extra dollars after the end of it, that you have more money than month. How many times have we heard that? I got so much month at the end of the money, right? It's knowing that you've taken the measures to ensure that you at least have a little bit of financial security for your family in case something happens. I've been there. I was doing really well at one point when I was working for Coca-Cola in the United States here. I was a director of Coca-Cola North America marketing. Was doing well 14 years in. All of a sudden was gone, just like that. You want to talk about being shaken to the core. I thought I was successful. I realized just how unsuccessful I was. Success is knowing where to turn when it seems that there is nowhere to turn. I think this really speaks to the spirituality, whatever it is to you, God, Allah, Buddha, Mother Earth. Yeah? Having a spiritual life is akin, my friends. I would liken it to eating food and drinking water. Is that necessary? Yeah, right? I'm nodding my head. Hopefully you're nodding yours as well. Success is having interests or hobbies that you call your own. Something that fills your cup, ladies and gentlemen. It's the things that you personally anticipate doing again and again and again. For me, it's jumping on this microphone, chatting with you all, getting to be the intimate little voice right there in your ear. I also have other hobbies. I love playing my drums. My drums are sitting here right behind me where I do my podcasting. I love collecting Kiss paraphernalia. I love hanging out with my wife, right? And there are things that she likes doing on her own as well. Having interest gives you joy and peace. Okay? Success is waking up in the morning and feeling good. It's knowing that you eat right, you exercise regularly, and you do everything that you personally can to ensure continued optimal health. I'm not saying you're perfectly fit. I'm not saying you have ripped six packs or abs for days. I'm not saying that the opposite sex or the same sex is throwing themselves out, just swooning. Oh my God, he's so beautiful. No, I'm saying you get up in the morning and you feel good, right? You eat okay. You eat clean, whatever that means to you. Here's the thing. I love me a good pastry. That's all there is to it. And I eat them regularly. When I mean regularly, pretty much once a day. Yeah. My daughter, she stops at one of our favorite places around here, gets me a cream puff, piece of Boston cream cake, anything, right? A Krapfen, whatever it might be. And I enjoy it because I spend the rest of my life eating well. I don't say eating right? I have good food that goes in me, which affords me the opportunity to enjoy the things I like to eat. Right? I get up and I do things on a regular basis to keep my body fit. Right? It's approaching 60 years old, so I've got to do a little extra than I used to have to, but I do it. Success is turning out the lights, slipping under the covers, and thinking to yourself, it doesn't get much better than this. It's a whisper. It's a prayer of your gratitude to whomever you believe in, as I mentioned before you fall asleep, thanking them. It's that gratitude. I started this one far too late. I've always been appreciative of the things I have. I was lucky enough to be adopted by a couple of amazing people who took me away from a family, as I was told, were not taking care of me. And I won't say they spoiled me, right? Because we were never rich. My dad was blue collar, retired military. We did okay, had a roof over our heads, had vehicles, never wanted for anything, but I wasn't spoiled in the sense that if I had everything I ever wanted, if that makes sense. And I was still damn well thankful for it. And I'm still thankful for the things I have today. I started on this gratitude journey probably 90s, maybe the late 80s, early 90s, listening to Tony Robbins and some of his works and going and just getting up in the morning and taking 5 minutes and saying all the things I'm grateful for. And let me tell you, when first time I did it, I struggled. I started with things like, I'm thankful I woke up this morning. Because at that point in my life, I wasn't feeling thankful for the things I had. But as I started to feel that gratitude, I started realizing, you know what? It just doesn't get much better than this. And my creator said, oh yeah, it does. Watch me. Right? Okay. Now let's talk about what success is not. And here's a few things I'm going to chat down, and I welcome to get into this debate with you, right? You can reach out to me, Tracy at yoursuccessatlast.com. We can engage in this. Hit me up on Facebook. I'm happy to chat with you. Success isn't calling home from work for the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time, apologizing because you're going to miss dinner and family again. Success is not calling them and just letting them wonder or just realize you're not showing up anyway. That's not success. Yeah, maybe you're doing it because you're bringing home the bacon and you're doing a great job at that work, bringing home that great money so that you can have that nice home so they can eat that food on that table. But what about your family? You just chopped off a spoke. Remember the spokes we talked about earlier. Success isn't hurrying into the house and hiding behind closed doors or the television or the video games because after the day I just need some space. Bullshit. They're your family. Sure, you might need your space, but they need you too. That's not success. Success even isn't having all the money that you could imagine in the world and still trying to figure out how you can get more. Now, mind you, you might be driven by the almighty dollar, and more power to you. I love you for doing it because you're the type of people that create amazing businesses out there and drive our economy. But what I'm saying is, if you're only out there trying to get more money for money's sake, I personally do not think that, my friend, is success. Success isn't physically going to church or a worship service and then mentally writing a to-do list while you're there for the things you need to do when you get home. However you practice your spirituality, practice it fully. Engage in it fully. I don't care if you go to a church. That's up to you. That's between you and your God, your Allah, your whatever it is, your creator. But when you're talking to your creator, talk to them. Not be making notes about what it is you need to do later on. I need to mow the lawn. I got to turn the dirt and, okay? Success, my friend, is not all work and no play. It's not. You just drive yourself straight into an early grave. You got to have a balance, that work-life balance thing. Now, are there times when you're going to be doing more work than play? Well, yeah, I get that. That makes sense. On the back end of that, you should insert a little more play than work. Yeah? When you first launch an endeavor, to my entrepreneurial friends out there, you're going to be spending extra time, right? Burning the candle at both ends. But you still need to be mindful because success is not all work and no play. Success isn't burning candles at both ends, right? It's not living on a diet of food that's only delivered through those small windows. Yeah, you can still be that person serving that food out that window, as I mentioned earlier, and be successful. But, and if you're eating that food only through those windows, I urge you to go find out what's in that food. And then maybe you'll start to realize, well, no wonder my body just needs more and more and more, because it's not sustenance, ladies and gentlemen, in many cases. Now, I don't know where it is you're getting your food through the window from. There are some establishments that do have good food coming through those windows, and I've eaten at a number of them. However, good food, right? I'll just leave it right there. Okay. Success isn't spending mental energy figuring out how to explain why your endeavor, your project, just isn't going to come in on time to your boss, to your boss's boss. Why you have to miss your school's play, your school's recital, your school's play, your child's play, your child's recital. In my cases, my child's cheerleading competitions, which I missed none of them. None. Okay? Why you can't pay the bills in full as you promised, as you're, hanging your head in shame on the phone. Why your eyes are red and why they're bloodshot and your blood pressure's going through the roof and your belly's hanging over your belt and you're canceling, an event with the family. You're canceling going and hang out with your buddy, and why you just can't seem to find any joy in living. That, my friend, is not success. No. It means you have cut off one or more of the spokes in your life and you need to mend them. You need to straighten them. You need to lengthen them. You need to fix them. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to just pause for a moment and imagine your life is this wheel and those 7 spokes coming from the center, right? Career going up, family, financial, personal. Rate each one of those 0 to 10. 0 be closest to the center hub. 10 being all the way out to that outer rim in career, in family, in financial, in personal, in your mental state, your physical state, your spiritual state, right? Just kind of write it down, draw a circle, right? Draw the 7 spokes meeting in the middle. And now career, is it 1, 5, 10, 7, right? Make a number. Now connect all those numbers together. Career to family, family to financial, financial to personal, personal to mental, mental to physical, physical to spiritual. Will that wheel roll? And if it will, then you're good to go. You don't need to be listening to me. Move on. But if it won't, if you've got some lumps and bumps in that wheel, you probably need to keep coming back to this podcast to get a little of the juice you might need to round that wheel out. And here's the thing. You may go, yeah, it will roll. And it's all 3s. Man, you're rocking it. You're keeping yourself in balance. Now the goal will be to make it all 4s. And then make it all 5s. And then 6s. And then, wow, you'll be on a roll. Next thing you know, you get all 10s. And you're like, I'm killing it. Okay? You see, success, I think, is directly related to having a balanced life, right? If one of your areas is out of sync, most all of the other areas of your life are going to suffer. So if you look at that and you realize, oh, my family life is doing good, my spiritual life is okay, my financials a little, it's pretty good, but my career is like, that's the bump in my wheel. Trust me, the other areas of your life are suffering as a result of that because you're coming home and you're frustrated about your career life. Or maybe your career's doing good, but your home life is doing bad, and you're going to work bent out because someone's nagging at you, or the kids are screaming, or you don't know how to pay, whatever it might be. That's why you want to come back for episodes like this, because this podcast is about how I want you to find that balance in life. I want you to be walking that beam, balance that comes with getting that balance that comes with confidence derived from putting one foot in front of the other. Just like that old Rudolph movie, you got to put one foot in front of the other. Okay, I won't sing in your ear, that's okay. When you first step up onto a balance beam. I used to be in gymnastics, right? You're wiggling to the right and you're wiggling to the left. Your feet are trying to find a good spot. Your hands are in the air, moving all over. If someone was standing next to you, maybe you grab their shoulder, maybe you slap them in the face as they flail around. But what it is you're trying to do is you're trying to balance. You're trying to find that balance in that position that stabilizes your body. After that, you're able to stand quietly and almost motionless, maybe with the occasional twitch, just like life, things happen. You gotta go, ooh, ah, okay? You focus on taking that first step, all right? Maybe you get a little wobbly again, all right? And you get yourself back into center and balanced and calm, right? Back in balance. Then you take that next step. You don't flail quite as much. And then the next one, maybe you don't flail at all. And soon, you're able to put your arms down and just walk straight across that bad boy. It's only 4 inches wide without a problem, okay? And here's the thing. While you're doing all this, your mind is going over this whole checklist of things. Oh, you got to remember, I got to keep my arms up. I got to keep my eyes up because when you look down, you get all crazy. If you look to the right, you almost fall to the right? Your arms are going around all over the place. No. And then after a little while, your mind starts saying, okay, that one's good. I don't have to keep checking that one off anymore. And here's the thing. Here's what I want to bring you with these episodes is I want to bring you that mental checklist of what it is that you need to do. And you already know what it is. Maybe I'm just this reaffirming voice for you. What it is that you need to do to walk the beam of life and just get right on through there in balance. All right? That's where we're at today. We're going to bring some more to you later on next week. What I want you to do, though, or what I think you could get some benefit of, is go check out some of the other episodes. Look at the titles in there. Something's going to catch your eye and go, that's what I'm going through right now. Okay? We cover a broad range of topics, and it may take me a little while to get to the one that's really going to be a benefit to you. But I'm willing to bet that in the 2 previous years of content, something is in there. Now, mind you, they're older episodes, not quite as great when it comes to quality. And I mean that in a recording sense, not the content. And hopefully you still enjoy them. Let me know. And if there's a specific topic you'd like me to get into and cover for you right away, shoot me an email. tracy@yoursuccessatlast.com, or hit me up on Facebook. I'll be happy to chat with you there. In the meantime, I'm going to leave you as I always do. Think successfully and take action.
Thanks for listening to Your Success DNA podcast. Whether you're starting out or you're a seasoned entrepreneur, we have the tools and inspiration that you need to take your life to the next level. So stay tuned for more game-changing advice in our upcoming episodes. And hey, before you go, a quick reminder to check out our past episodes of Your Success DNA for more inspiring stories and practical advice. And if you've loved what you heard, leave us a review and share this podcast with your friends and colleagues. Let's all level up our lives together, shall we? Remember, your success is in your DNA.